another article came out 2 months ago. The rental housing crisis is a supply problem that needs supply solutions. Never been such a severe shortage of homes in the U.S. That's the truth. And still, a lot of people believe, they still want to believe, they're all in denial that housing
Right.
is will come very soon. I'm not saying housing is not going to crash. It'll crash
Mhm.
some point in time in the future. 20 years from now, 30 years from now, 50 years from now, we don't know.
Exactly.
Anyway,
Nobody has a crystal ball.
that's football. Speaking of foreclosure activity, this chart is not very good, but back in the housing crash, 2008, right? Yeah,
Okay.
there's a lot of foreclosure, right? But we're not going to get into that.
Remember that? Yeah.
The prime
Hmm.
mortgage crisis, that's happened. But ever since the 2008 housing crash, the foreclosures has been decreasing year over year, all the way until right now,
Wow.
2024, because there's so much equity. There are like, I forget the last count, there are like there are $1 trillion of equity. People have so much money in their equity
Right.
that they are not under distress. Yeah. That's why we have the historical low in terms of foreclosures. There are
Hmm.
foreclosure is a non-issue right now. Because crash bros out there on a weekly basis. Oh, what's happening? People cannot afford their homes. A lot of homes going to flood the market, and it's an opportunity to buy a house at a 50% discount. Or maybe the headlines, but unless there's an economic crisis, unless we go to a nuclear war, unless the war is coming to an end, yeah, maybe housing market will crash. They still have no unemployment, like less than 4% unemployment, right? More jobs than there are people available to want them.
Not true. I agree with that 100%. It depends on what headlines you're looking at.
There are so many jobs out there.
Mhm.
You can have a full time job, you have a side hustle, you can have 2 or 3 part time jobs. If you're willing,
Absolutely.
you can make money, you can pay your mortgage. So anybody who are selling under stress, or those people, I call it 3D, debt, disability, and something else. People that have to sell, there's a small element of people who want to sell anyway, but because their circumstances dictate they need to sell their property. But
Right.
most people still have equity, and they're not under stress. By the way, another reason why it's very hard to sell to be under distress, because the mortgage rate is so low, 3 to 4% for typical American. The payments are so low. They're paying like 1,500 across the nation, right? If they, for whatever reason, they are under stress, they lost their job, whatever. You know what? There are some mitigating options they can pursue. They could
Right.
you can rent their property, and the rental income will more than pay off their mortgage they can't pay because for whatever reason, that disability, whatever, they can't pay the mortgage.
Mm.
Solution just like that. So,
That's it.
and there's so many ways to rescue your house. Even if you sell your house due to a stressful condition, you still have equity, right?
Mhm.
Well, it's not going to be a foreclosure sale. There are also foreclosure sale people, primary homeowners. Maybe they bought their house with 0% down or 5% down. They have very little equity, and they
Right.
go through some stress recently. Maybe they sell where the value of the home is less than the loan balance. And
Hmm.
there were very few people are in that situation. Am I right?
Absolutely. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Hmm.
When there are when people have so much equity in their homes nationwide, trillions of dollars of equity, and they're locked in at historical low rates, with pretty much done. Locked in at historical rates, their mortgage is an asset. They get a
Hmm.
home almost forever. You and I are baby boomers, okay? We know baby boomers owns 50% of all the homes in the country.
Oh, I believe that. Yeah. Hmm.
Some people are waiting in the housing market. They wait. They're waiting for the baby boomers to die off. Right? They realize the homeowners, they have a high quality of life because they have money available to live a high quality of life, meaning they eat good food, they're healthy, they work out. This baby boomer generation, the like it, and could be as high as age 90.
Oh,
And
I believe that. Yeah. Yeah. It takes nothing to get into your 90s. And it's interesting that I think it's interesting that you said 50, I think 50% of the homes that are owned by the baby boomers, it's the same 50% that probably have no mortgages too.
Exactly. Now, even if some of them systematically will die off in the next few decades, this coming decade, the next decade, whatever, a lot of their beneficiaries, their children, going to inherit those properties. They're not going to put it in the market.
No,
Yeah,
they shouldn't anyway.
they do things right, but that the housing market, the supply will come. The rate almost dying off anytime soon. That's the wishful thinking. It ain't happening.
It's not going to happen. Oh, we're going to outlive everybody.
Much down the roads when it's going to happen. So
Mm-hmm.
on the seller side, on the supply side, I just can't see how there will be more people selling for the next few years. I just can't see it. Where
Right.
the home going to come from? Not from
Right.
not from the construction. New builders can only build enough homes to sell their current inventory. They're not going to overbuild their homes.
Right. Exactly.
But we can't rely on new builds, new construction to create the supply of inventory.
That's true. That's true.
And it's still have a lock-in effect, as you and I discussed. Then you have the demographics. You will have but we have like 140 million people, adults.
Mm-hmm.
We have millennials. We have Gen X, Gen.
I think X, Y, and Z.
They are entering the adult world, the home buying process. So if you look at demographics, the increasing of demographics for the next 2 decades and lack of inventory from the resale market and the new construction market and the lock-in effect, the whole big picture is such that we can have a supply issue. We can have a low inventory issue, high demand issue for a while to come.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah.
Anyway, I think we have concluded our 4 modules.
This has been good. A lot of good information, though. A lot of good information. People just need to take the time to listen and, like I said, do your due diligence, do your research, and get into the market. Doesn't matter when, just get in.
Exactly. Take action, get off the
lines. Yes, absolutely. Yeah. Because you can't win if you don't play the game.
You gotta be in the game, right?
Absolutely.
It's like a sports analogy, right? Whether you're playing basketball or playing baseball, or playing football, you could play the game and benefit from it, or you can sit in the sidelines and watch other people get rich.
Exactly. Like I think Wayne Gretzky said, you will miss every shot you never take.
I think he said that you go where the puck is going. You skate where the puck gets there.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Yeah. You got to get in the game. You got to take a move, take a step.
Yeah.
Do a calculated risk, do your homework, and then just get in.
That's right. That's right. There's no time to waste because time is money. And
yes, it is. It really is. When it comes to real estate, it really is money. Time is money.
Each day we waste by not investing, we cannot take back that day anymore.
That's true.
Our money. Yeah, our life is finite. Our life is an expiration date.
That's it.
And by you own an asset, the more time you have to own an asset, that's how you win the wealth game.
Sounds good.
Get in early and invest for long term. If you're young, have more time to invest. That's even better if you invest.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. You got a long time. Yeah.
You and I know what we know. We could have done something better. We look back and we should have invested. I should have invested I was in the 20s and 30s.
Right.
I didn't start investing until I was in my early 40s, I think.
Mm-hmm. And it's still a lot of time in the market if you think about it. Yeah. And then comparative to lifespan, even like if you took a 30-year mortgage, that would just put you into your early 70s, and then you still got probably another 30 years left to live anyway.
People don't know because of the life expectancy, right?
Right.
Quality of life, medical technology, and what have you. You and I mentioned that life expectancy for baby boomers could be age 90. For the Gen X, could be even longer, but the age expectancy could be age 120.
Right. That's true.
Imagine if you retire a typical age 65 or age 55. When you retire, presumably you have no more W-2 paycheck.
Right.
Your retirement years, the money you need during retirement, could be as long as the money you were working, the 40 years.
Absolutely. No, you're right. Because you could be in retirement as long as you worked. If you think about it, like if you work a 40-year job, W-2 job, you work 40 years, you retire at 65, you can live another 40 years, 30, 40 years. So you could be in retirement as long as your working career. So you have to plan something other than your Social Security, because that's definitely not going to get you through the next 40 years.
Julie, you're the prime example. You are still buying even at the baby boomer age.
Right.
People say, oh, I'm too old to buy income property. That is that
I'm here to say that is not true. That's
true.
not true. And we started late, but like I said, if we've got another 35 years or so, we still come out on top.